I can taste Atomic, man. I literally just need the PPSH gold, and then I have the Atomic camo unlocked. We all know that the Panzerfaust is bugged, so I'm not going to go too much into detail about how I'll have Atomic camo without having Atomic camo, because that's bugged. A lot of people were commenting on yesterday's video saying long shots were fixed, even though they aren't. You have to get direct impacts for long shots to count, and then the 3 destructions in a single game also don't count, whether you're destroying UAVs or ground streaks. That's still bugged, which is super cool. So we're just waiting for things to get fixed, and then we'll have Atomic camo. So within a couple hours of you guys seeing this video, I will have the PPSH gold, meaning I have the Atomic camo unlocked. I've just been on the grind recently. I cranked out the SMGs decently fast, not as fast as I would have liked to. I actually didn't unlock Atomic as fast as I would like to. Since the Panzerfaust was bugged, I just didn't really have a lot of motivation to keep the camo grind going, so I did every single category except for assault rifles and SMGs, and then I just got to the assault rifles and I was just like, I can take my time. Like, I'll finish SMGs and assault rifles even before the Panzerfaust is fixed. So lo and behold, I'm correct with that stance. And I know a lot of people in the comment section, you guys have been sharing with me that you guys have just been waiting for the Panzerfaust to get fixed in the first place too. I know a lot of people on the channel might not play Rocket League or even know what it is, but since I brought it up in yesterday's video, a couple people were asking what rank I was, and I actually won my first champ tournament yesterday. So I think I'm champ 2 right now in Rocket League. I kind of really only played duos, and I haven't really played trios or anything else in such a long time, but I won my first champ tournament yesterday, and then once I did that, I just grinded out the Type 100, got that gold, which is the gameplay you're going to be seeing in the background, just me trying to grind camos. And I just want to talk about something. Whoever thought it was a good idea to make Shipmas 24/7 as dark as it is kind of dumb. I already made a video talking trash about Shipmas, and it's a great Christmas map. Like, all the Christmas events in COD have been really good so far. Like, I guess it's called Armageddon, which is literally just Drop Zone. Drop Zone's been a lot of fun to play. Warzone has been a lot of fun to play with the Christmas elements added. Even Shipmas to some extent has been extremely fun, but what's not fun is how dark the map is and how kind of crazy the colors are, where it's super hard to see teammates and enemies running around. And then on top of that, you throw on thermites and smoke grenades and all that kind of more toxic gameplay, which isn't even toxic gameplay anymore. It's just how people play the game now. But I don't know who thought it was a good idea to have thermites be so overpowered in the game. Basically, if you walk into them in hardcore, you're dead, because the second you catch on fire, you're getting killed. Like in core, if you run into a thermite, you can actually get out of it pretty much scot-free as long as there's no enemies around and you'll survive it. But I know hardcore is supposed to be lower health, but like there's no way to even counter thermites unless you're, I don't even know what the perk's called in this game. Whatever replaces flak jacket or EOD doesn't even work unless you're crouched or lying down, and even then it still doesn't protect you. What I was thinking about this all day yesterday while grinding Shipmas with Dorito Thief. They should do a playlist super similar to the COD Players Only Want One Thing April Fool's playlist from Modern Warfare 2019, where it was like shipment 10v10. They should do a things COD players want and have the playlist be like Das Ship, or I guess, yeah, it is. The playlist is called Dash Ship. I don't know why I still can't get that right, even though we've had that playlist for like a month by now. But they should have a Dash Ship 24/7 playlist with no lethals, no tacticals, and no kill streaks. You literally just run around with your gun and you can only use your gun. That would make camo grinding so much easier for a lot of people, and I think a lot of people would just prefer playing on the smaller maps without getting thermite spammed or without getting gammon bombed, especially in hardcore. There's nothing more frustrating than playing hardcore and just getting absolutely destroyed by a gammon bomb and having no chance to counter it, even if you have the EOD/flak jacket perk. I just don't know what it's called in Vanguard still, but even if you're running that, you're still gonna get absolutely squashed by thermites and gammon bombs and launchers. So it's kind of annoying. Even Das House recently, like I've been queuing up in a lot of Blitz hardcore domination, and I get a lot of Das House, and even on Das House, you can't run down the center lane because it's just spammed with thermites and gammon bombs and stuff like that. So you're pretty much just at a complete disadvantage the entire time while playing these smaller maps. And the thing is gammon bombs and thermites don't require skill. I had one lobby last night where we were all on the mic, and at the end of the game I was talking trash about thermites, and one guy told me to get better. I probably agree with him to some extent. Like, I could be a much better COD player, but there's no skill that you could have that if you spawn into a thermite grenade, you could somehow avoid that thermite. Like, there is no possible way. And if someone throws a gammon bomb in your direction in hardcore, there is no skill you could have to avoid that gammon bomb unless you just straight up leave the game before it hits the ground. And even then, like, there is just no skill at all when it comes to the gammon bombs and thermites. And I know it's people's biggest gripe when it comes to camo grinding recently. It is what deters people from playing on Shipmas, because every single Shipmas game I've played within like the last 24 hours, there has been at least 20 thermites thrown per game. And then I don't know if it's just a PC issue, if you have like graphics turned all the way to max. I know, first world problems, right? But sometimes if thermites are spammed, it's almost extremely hard to see. I don't play on console, so I don't know what thermite spam looks like there. I've heard people in console complain about how they can't see anything, but I don't know if it's a PC thing or like an NVIDIA graphics driver thing. But even when the thermites stop burning, the flare effect of like the lighting effect still stays there if there's like a bunch of thermites around the map. So you'll turn around, see a bunch of thermite flares, know there's no thermites because you don't hear them, and it's just, it impairs your vision like the entire time, and it makes the game overall hard to do. And I don't know who thought it was a good idea to have that in the game. Like, I agree, thermites to some extent should be in the game. Like, look at Modern Warfare 2019, there was thermites in that game, they were perfectly fine. I don't know why they just couldn't make thermites the exact same way that they did in Modern Warfare 2019, because I think Jev said it best in his video, the thermites are a combination of thermite grenades, Molotovs, and smoke grenades all in one. And not only that, but they also throw as fast as throwing knives. So you can hit the button or whatever your action key is for the thermite, throw it faster than you can throw a throwing knife and farther than you can throw a throwing knife, which is really unbalanced, I would say. I think they definitely need to balance it, and I think it's definitely on their radar with how vocal people are about it. And the thing is like, previous games like Modern Warfare, thermites were overpowered if you could use them correctly, but there was also some downsides to thermites, making them balanced within the game. It really just seems like thermites are the most overpowered thing in the game right now, at least if you play hardcore. If you play core, I don't know how bad the thermite spam is in core Shipmas, but for those camo grinders that do the hardcore grinding, it's pretty unfun sometimes during the day, I'm not gonna lie. Overall, it's not like the biggest issue in the world because you can always go play a different playlist. I can't even count on fingers and toes how many people I've heard in the Shipmas 24/7 playlist complain that they're playing in the Shipmas 24/7 playlist, or that Shipmas sucks. Like, if people don't want to play the map, just go play a different playlist. Like, there's 20 different playlists in the game, and you pick the one that has the most grenade spam and just kind of spawn trapping possibility in the entire game, and then they complain about the spawn trapping. Doesn't make sense to me. I come across it a lot where people are like, oh, this map sucks, but they're queued into the 24/7 playlist. I completely understand on one point if they're grinding camos, because you level up so fast in the Shipmas 24/7 playlist, and you can grind through camos extremely fast. Not long shots so much, but everything else you can. But it's kind of weird. The hypocrisy of the Shipmas 24/7 playlist players is definitely through the roof, and I've definitely complained myself about Shipmas. Like, I've 100%, I have been like, this map sucks. I want normal shipment back, even though Shipmas is slightly different. It's literally just the visibility. I actually played on normal shipment yesterday, and it was so much better than Shipmas 24/7. So I'm gonna go hammer out the PPSH, finish off that, unlock diamond camo for my SMGs, and then I'm probably going to honestly catch up on my guide videos. I haven't done or worked on the diamond assault rifle guide yet, and I said I was going to upload that a week ago, so I'll work on that probably a little bit on Boxing Day and probably the 27th, just because I have a couple videos planned over the next couple of days that are going to be going up on the channel. With that being said, I'm about to head out. Hope everyone has a good Christmas Eve, or whatever you celebrate. You're having some good times and enjoying the nice -30 Celsius weather that I'm experiencing, and if there is one, see you guys in the next one.